Here's Paddy Power's latest offer for the Doncaster St Leger Festival. It's money back as a free bet if your horse finishes second to the SP5 in every single race throughout the festival. Max £25 per race, T&C supply, 18+, gambleaware.co.uk.
Welcome back, Bruce Millington, Paul Keeley, David Jennings and Brendan Duke. We've previewed Super Saturday and now let's have a look at equally Super Sunday, where Irish Champions Weekend goes from Leopardstown, heads west. Is it west, David, to get from Leopardstown to the Curragh?
Oh,
southwest, let's call it. Down
southwest,
that main road, yeah. Okay, so anyway, the Curragh, 2 o'clock till 5:55. You'll see some absolutely superb action crammed into the 4-hour window. 3 Group 1s, 2 Group 2s, 2 valuable handicaps. The big race of the day at 4:50 is the Palmerstown House Estate Irish St Leger. And, well, it's the least competitive race because, Brendan, we've got a ridiculously short favourite, haven't we?
Yes, we do. I currently have a spinning circle of death, which isn't good. 2-9 Order of St George, 5-1 Trip to Paris, 12-1 Wicklow Brave, and 33's Bar.
And, of course, he's the Arc winner as well, isn't he?
Oh,
anyone? Order of St George?
I would never for the Arc. They would have tried him over a mile and a half by now if they thought he was an Arc horse.
If it comes up soft, he's got a serious chance. I've backed him for the Arc, so I hope you're right.
Good man. Okay, we're not looking to get to oppose Order of St George, are we? Anyone?
No.
Okay, right. In that case, we will then head to the 340, which is the Moyglare Stud Stakes. And, Brendan, how do you bet?
Again, this is not a Champions Weekend performance from this site. We changed the...
I'll tell you why. I'm sick. I've been looking at Promise to be True 2-1 all week.
Yeah, and then Ryan
Rode. Ridiculous. Ryan Moore is going to ride it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't back it.
It mightn't be all that significant that Ryan rides, though, is it? Because he didn't ride Rhododendron the last day. Now, having said that, we've cut it from 2-1 to 5-4, so that's fairly significant. I think it's 5-4. I can't find this bet.
5-4. Promise to be True. Yeah. 6-4 Rhododendron.
Thank you.
There's a very horticultural theme to this race because the second favourite is Rhododendron and 10-1 is Hydrangea.
Oh, beautiful pronunciation.
How about that?
Okay. People are really struggling with that hydrangea, aren't they, in terms of pronunciation? Hydrangea.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Some of the Irish named horses are a lot more difficult than that, aren't they, surely?
Well, anyway, David, we'll start with you because it sounds like you've been looking to lump on Promise to be True for ages. Is that right?
Absolutely gutted, yeah. Bruce, I did the analysis of Promise to be True's first maiden win at Tipperary, and the last line of this was our maiden when it was a poor enough maiden that she won at Tipperary, and the last line of my analysis was she might well be the best juvenile fiddly we have seen so far this season, and I think she's proved that the last day at Leopardstown. Hands and heels ride from Ryan Moore the last day, who it was probably one of the first times I've actually got a bit out of him after the race, and from what he said, he really liked her. He said she just went, and it was a kind of a tricky enough race because she had to go through a gap and they were all kind of in front of her, but then she put the race to bed in a couple of strides. I think she'll win next year's Guineas, and I think she'll win this.
I love the idea of David, Ryan scuttling off to the weighing room, and David's there and he's asking one of his great long questions. Go, what do you think? Fantastic, wasn't it? And Ryan Moore just going, yeah. Was it pretty much like that, David?
I think it's like you were there.
Excellent. Okay, so Promise to be True, 5-4. Surely there's still a bit of juice. I know that you gutted, David, that you've missed the 2-1, but should we be steaming in at 5-4?
I just knew he'd ride her. I just knew it. I think Rhododendron wasn't that impressive the last day when it beat Hydrangea. I think she'll win, but 5-4, it's quite short for Group 1, but I think she'll win.
Kill's got a thought on this?
I like the pair of them, actually. I don't really know who's going to win. I actually liked Rhododendron when she won at Goodwood, and the third came out and won a maiden at Salisbury by about 10 lengths afterwards. I know she wasn't that impressive last time, but I think she's quite tough. So I think it'd be a good race between the two. Not one for me to bet on, really.
So, for the first time in your life, you've discovered a race to savour rather than bet.
Well, I'm not going to particularly savour it, but I might not have a bet.
Brendan, who wins?
I, like David Jennings, am a paid-up member of the Promise to be True fan club. I'll go for her.
Should we go to the National Stakes now at 4:15?
Do I have betting on that?
Well, okay, go on then, hit us.
1 to 2 Churchill, 3 to 1 Maymass, 10 to 1 the Psychedelic Funk, 20s Lockheed and a Pony Bar.
Anyone looking beyond Churchill, Kills?
If there is to be an upset this week of the short prices, Churchill is...
He's just not the most impressive horse in the world, is he? I mean, he keeps getting it done, but I think 1 to 2 is a shocking price, to be fair.
Okay.
If Memas stays, it's a silly price at freeze.
Okay, Kills likes Memus. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I'd be taking on Churchill. He might win, but he's no superstar. I think he's priced all wrong for even all the classics next year. Yeah, maybe Maymass. I just would be taking Churchill on.
Okay, right. We're now going to give each of you the microphone for a roundup of the rest of the card. So, Kills, your turn.
What, the rest?
You don't have to. You don't have to like anything. Have you got views?
I'll probably have a couple of quid on the old boy Marek and the Flying Five.
Okay, right. That was short and sweet. This won't be, David.
In that Flying Five at 310, I obviously love Toscanini, and I think he's like I think I backed him every time he's.
I know he's the kitten rock of the flat.
He is the kitten rock, but I just think there's a horse probably will be a huge price here that'll run well. Ran last Saturday in Navan is In Solution, because I don't think there's that much of a gap between the handicappers and the group horses. And I just think in a race like this, I could see him travelling well. Likes the Curragh, the big price each way. I think In Solution will run well. And later on the card in the 555 that Northfields, it's a premier handicap. I would be giving Cara Lara another chance for Pat Smullen. That'd do for me.
Cara Lara, okay, and Brendan.
Not a whole pile. I thought Monsieur Joe was a fair price at 7 to 1 in the 310, the Flying Five.
Okay, so if you're only going to back one horse at the Curragh on Sunday, what's it going to be, Paul Keeley?
I don't know. I'm not going to back any of the short ones.
It's ITV racing auditions going well, isn't it?
You'd be surprised I haven't got the phone call. It'd probably be Memas.
Memas for Kills. David?
Promise to be true.
Okay, and Brendan?
Monsieur Joe.
Monsieur Joe. What's that in?
That's in the Flying Five.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, sorry. Okay, right. Okay, so weekend plans in Kills. Let's finish up with that. What are you going to be doing?
Probably behaving myself Saturday because I've got to work Sunday.
Have you? That's a rare appearance on the old Sunday rotor, isn't it?
Yeah, people on holiday. Should be allowed, should it?
David, you'll be grafting away both days, I presume?
Absolutely. Our biggest weekend of the summer.
You don't regard it as work, though, do you? It's all pleasure, that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And don't forget, we've got to be off Stone by 8 o'clock. So if you're doing the Champion Stakes at 6:45, get a bloody move on, yeah?
I write faster than I talk.
Good, okay. And Brendan, what about you? What are you doing this weekend? Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hang on. We've got to backtrack to Monday. You were having, the last we heard, you were set up for a date with a blonde Danish stunner, weren't you? What happened
Well, no,
there?
she wasn't Danish. She had been.
She wasn't a stunner either.
She was. No,
and you weren't having a date with her?
She had a girl next door quality to her. I did go on the date, and it was an object lesson in perspective, Bruce. I thought it went well. She thought it went less well.
Oh, really? She unmatched you, or whatever it's called?
Well, there'll be no second date.
Oh, blimey.
What did she say in the message, Brendan?
What?
What did she say? How did she knock you back?
She just said basically the usual. Oh, had a nice time, but not for me. Yada yada yada.
Oh well, I suppose it's better to be forthright, isn't it? So what does this mean? Back to the grindstone. Do what you do best. Work hard, yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, absolute scenes this weekend. Not only have I got Champions Weekend off, but in the rota equivalent of a gasper, I've got the Monday off to take myself down.
Fantastic.
So, Jamie Smith. Massive shout out to my line manager, Jamie Smith, for showing me such love for Champions Weekend. Bring it on, I say.
I think that you could argue that it's a little bit of a diss that you've been dropped for such a big weekend. Is that not fair to say?
No, I'm happy to be dissed.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're happy to be dropped. So will you be going to both?
I will.
You will. And you won't be wearing a necktie, no?
I won't.
Will you be drinking?
I may have a drink on Sunday to help take me down, along with the cigarette. I might have a drink.
Well, the fact that you're off on Monday means you won't be back for our review postcast, I presume. But I don't think... No, I won't. No, I've got other things to do, unfortunately, on Monday. But there will be a top team assembled in this studio on Monday for the Racing Post review postcast, looking back on this sensational weekend. So do please join us there. Good luck with all your bets. Hope you enjoy it as much as we're all expecting to.